I'm back on the YouTube, guys, consistently. This time, I'm dead serious, okay? I let Winnie, come on, all right. Sorry, so what I was trying to say, guys, is I am back to YouTube for good, okay? I have this thing in my head where I just felt like, because I was so busy and I felt like my life was boring for people to look at. I love what I do, but I felt like it was boring for you guys, so I just stopped filming. But in reality, I feel like I have so much to offer from like a vlogging standpoint, and yeah, that's what just kind of brought all of you guys to me and really grew my presence online, was YouTube, was this channel. So I don't know, like I want to revive it. I want to start vlogging again. So every single week I am going to upload one video. This week I'm starting out with a Q&A, not the best, not a vlog. However, there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about and answer some questions, kind of what I've been doing recently, my diet philosophies or whatever. I'll just get into some stuff, maybe answer it differently than I would have in the past, or answer some gear related questions. It'll be good. I'm gonna answer good, juicy questions. Got probably like 5,000 questions on my Instagram. I also wanted to say that on my YouTube, I'm gonna be just showing you guys so many more cool ways to, you know, stay peeled year round, hopefully upgrading your knowledge on health and not just, you know, trying to get big and not giving a fuck about your health. So getting big's dope, right? But so is living to 100, okay? They're both dope. So I just feel like I want to provide content to you guys, showing you, you know, what I do right now with my diet, my new kind of philosophies, show you guys some of my boxing, my running, my cycling, my lifting. You know, there's so much shit that I'm gonna be showing you guys in the vlogs. You know, what I do behind the scenes. I'm just gonna start vlogging again. So anyways, what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna get into a Q&A, and I'm gonna answer some of like the best questions that I got on my Instagram. If you guys have any more questions, comment them down below and I'll try to answer some of you guys. Okay, first question is prime and healthy Dave versus prime and healthy Dill. That was the question, but I am prime and healthy. I think that person means strength-wise for myself, strength-wise for Dave. I would say, if we're looking at statistics, okay, for breaking out the statistical chart, my best deadlift was 680, his was 675. On the squat, it's not comparable. On the bench, I also hit 415, which is like 30 pounds more than his best ever. So definitely myself. However, I did hit that bench on gear. My best squat ever, I hit while I was like on one of those SARM, or actually I was on a MK677 only cycle. So I wasn't on any SARMs or gear, but I hit 585 on squat. Regardless of that, I was always just way stronger than Dave on squat. I'm way shorter, I'm just more built for the squat. Deadlift, technically I got more than him, and bench I got more than him, but I was also geared the fuck up, so it doesn't really count. I don't really know who was stronger. Like if we were both to be natural, probably still myself, because if we were both training strictly powerlifting, because I have a better build for it, just shorter, wider build, I guess. The next question I'm gonna answer is, what is the biggest piece of advice that I have for young bodybuilders? This is actually a great question, because I just remember being a like 16-year-old kid sitting in my high school classroom, okay? And all I could think about was just gains, getting bigger, getting stronger. And one of the things that I fixated on so massively back in that time period of my life was trying to find any supplement, okay? I know a lot of you guys are doing this, trying to find any supplement that's not a steroid, not gonna affect my hormones, not have side effects, that's gonna just give me these awesome astronomical gains that's worth it. Now, I'm just gonna let you in on a secret. I actually, the one thing I will say with this is the only supplement I've ever heard of that I don't really know about that may be really awesome with pretty much no side effects and is natural is testosterone. Go watch Derek's videos on that, More Plates, More Dates. I don't really know about that, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is there really is no natural supplement besides potentially that, and like creatine, of course, right? Your protein, those very simple things that, you know, you should mess with, okay? Like to improve your performance. All of these supplements out there, test boosters, DHEA supplements, all of this shit is not going to, it's not gonna help you. It's just not like, it's not worth your money, it's not worth your time researching best supplement, no side effects, you know, oh, is there side effects to this steroid or this? Like, if you're trying to stay natural, stay natural. If you're new to the gym, young bodybuilders, stay natural and just focus on learning your body, be perfect on your diet, perfect on your training, and just, you know, continue to get better on your form and just focus on those things form, proper training, diet, and then also sleep. Just focus on those things, and you will get much further than trying to, you know, research all these natural supplements to take and waste your money on. So that's some big advice. Just focus on the bread and butter. Do it for years on end. Build a big, solid foundation. Get as strong as you can, as big as you can, and where you take it from there. Now you're intermediate advanced, you know, do what you want. But that's my best advice for, I would say, young bodybuilders. Just ask me, is it possible to get as big as I am without steroids? So one thing I'll say is I'm definitely a bit smaller than I was when I was cycled up, eating like 5 meals a day and doing all that. Probably not much bigger, but I was a few pounds more muscle, like 1 to 3, 4 pounds more muscle. I'm like as much as I weigh or less than I was on peak week for my show. So but what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna compare to my biggest self ever, and I would still say the answer is yes. I know natural bodybuilders who have more muscle than I did at my biggest point using steroids, and they did that naturally. So it really comes down to genetics. I'm not gonna lie to you. Is it attainable for 99% of people to get to that level of muscularity and strength naturally? What I mean by that is pound for pound, like for my height. So if you're 6'1", if I was 185, it's 5% body fat. That's like 220 or something like that. So it's big, it's very big, right? It's not attainable for most people naturally, I would say. 99% probably, however, it is attainable for someone who has insane genetics. But the one thing I will say is that try not to compare yourself, guys. The reason I want to answer this question is to say this. Don't compare yourself to other people and be like, oh, you know, this person's natural, this person's on gear, I wonder how much gear they take, how, like, this is gonna show me if I can get this big or whatever. I understand, like, you know, everyone has role models they look up to physique-wise, and, you know, you want to achieve certain things, but you're never gonna look exactly like somebody else. So just do the things that I said earlier, bread and butter, diet, training, sleep, all those things. Go hard as fuck, and you're gonna achieve the best physique that you can achieve. So just focus on that. Do you need a calorie surplus to gain muscle? So the answer to this is definitely not, okay? Is it more optimal to be in a slight calorie surplus to gain muscle? Absolutely, it's gonna be more optimal. However, if you're new to the gym, doing almost anything that you do, you're gonna start to gain muscle, okay? If you're someone who is, you know, natural and you've been training for 12 years properly, you're not gonna gain muscle if you're not in a surplus. But if you're newer or even intermediate, you know, a few years into training, even 4 or 5 years into training, you can gain muscle in a deficit or a maintenance for sure. And the other thing I want to say is, I used to be on this whole dirty bulk wave, like get fucking big, massive, faces bloated out to fucking here. You guys know it. You guys have seen it. And what I would say to that is, it's actually not optimal, okay, to dirty bulk like that, because your body gets to a state where it becomes more insulin resistant, okay? When you're eating all these simple carbs and your body fat's getting higher and higher, what happens is, yeah, your body becomes insulin resistant. So when you eat those calories, okay, your body does not absorb it as well, and it can actually lead long-term to like diabetes and things like that. For younger guys, it would definitely take a while, especially natural guys and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is, it is going to create more insulin resistance, which is not optimal for building muscle, not optimal for staying lean. So yeah, you're not in as good of a muscle building state to just gain a bunch of fat. So you want a very, very lean bulk. You just want a very small surplus, like starting out with a true 50 to 100 calorie surplus a week. You can gain muscle. You don't need these 500 calorie surpluses. A true surplus of 500 calories or even 300, you're gonna gain weight way too rapidly. So I like to start with a very small surplus, and as you grow and you're building muscle, that amount that you need to still be in a surplus grows a little bit. But you don't need 5,000 calories for most people, okay? Like most people can bulk properly on high 2,000s, like, you know, low 3,000s, mid 3,000s, depending on how big you are. Some people are a lot more than that. But my point is, lean bulking is the way to go if your goal is to build muscle. The other last piece of advice I'll give, if you're looking to gain muscle but you have a lot of body fat, I recommend losing a lot of that body fat and then go into that slight surplus. Like I said, keep cardio in, stay lean. The goal is to stay that same body fat and just grow in muscle. You might gain a little bit of water weight or a little bit of body fat over the whole bulk, but the point is, stay lean, cut down, lose the body fat first, and then lean bulk. And then, yes, you can gain muscle in a slight deficit, a maintenance for sure if you're newer to the gym or even intermediate. Someone said, do I have porcelain or composite veneers? I have porcelain veneers. I think they're the highest quality ones, and they've been amazing. I feel like they're worth the money because I love how they look. However, 2 of them fucking popped out, so I have to go get a mouth guard to make sure they don't anymore. But anyway, yeah, I have porcelain. I actually have gotten that question a lot. Top 5 tips for a healthy cutting diet. Good fucking question. All right, first thing, make sure you have a shitload of fiber and vegetables, okay? 3/4 of the plate should be fucking vegetables. When you're cutting or bulking, you need a lot of veggies in your diet. Vegetables are gonna keep you healthy, keep you energized, feeling good, give you the micronutrients that you need, the minerals, all of those good things. So if you're cutting, especially, do huge salads with healthy salad dressings. Primal Kitchens is a great brand. The second thing I would say is start out with doing cardio every single day. Just increase your movement. Number one, that's gonna be healthy for your heart, and you're also gonna be able to eat a little bit more food because you're doing the cardio. Okay, so I would say eat healthy, do your cardio. The next thing I would say is don't start your calories too low. I start all of my clients, if they come to me and they say they're eating 2,000 calories and they're a 200-pound guy and they're cutting, I'll increase their calories to 2,800, okay, to build their metabolism. Start your cut at a higher calorie amount so that you don't just immediately go into a crash diet. You want to build your metabolism and your metabolic rate to a healthy point where you're eating, you know, a good amount of calories consistently and you're staying the same weight. So, you know, before you dip into your calorie deficit, do a maintenance or a slight surplus for a few weeks and then slowly drop the calories by 50. If you're already bulking right now and you want to start cutting, don't drop your calories by 500, drop them by 50, then the next week another 50, then maybe 100. Okay, so start with a very small deficit, and if you're cutting right now and you are on 2,000 calories and you're a big dude and you're you know, don't crash diet. Start to actually increase your calories right now by 500, keep them there for 3-4 weeks, let your metabolism, your metabolic rate come back up a little bit, and then start dropping it by 50 and increase your cardio. So that's the next tip I would give. And then the last tip would be just the more movement, the better. Like if you could take a little walk after meals or just on top of your cardio and your training, maybe go take a walk throughout the day. That's a really, really good thing to do. I mean, I love doing that. I think being active is great and just keeps you in better shape, keeps you healthy, you know? I love getting steps in. My clients, I see that get a lot of steps in, they do better when they're cutting or they're bulking. So try to go take some walks, let your meals digest. It's good to do that. 10 minutes after you eat a meal, go take a little walk, 1 or 2, 3 times a day, or one big one a day. That's a positive thing to do. Someone said, do you regret anything in your fitness career? I would say the only thing I regret is from the beginning not being 100% honest about my SARM gear usage, because I've already made a whole video about this, so you guys can go watch that if you want to. It's like 2 videos ago. But yeah, I just wish I was completely upfront in the beginning, because I feel like I did let people down. I let myself down, honestly, and it just isn't me. I don't, you know, like being dishonest. So yeah, that was probably the biggest thing for me that I regret, if I regret anything. But other than that, no. Next question, how to prevent bloating from test-only cycle? Great question. Now, first thing is start your test low. Second thing is have frequent administration of the test. So I'm a big fan of pinning every other day, keeping your levels very stable. What happens is when you don't pin frequently, then it spikes your estrogen and your testosterone massively, and then it crashes massively. So it creates these big estrogen spikes, which causes bloating. When your estrogen is really high, that's kind of what causes the bloating, honestly. When you take testosterone, is your estrogen goes up, and then when you have higher estrogen, you hold on to more water. So that's pretty much why, you know, you want to pin more frequently. Also have aromasin on hand. Aromasin is my favorite anti-estrogen because it's like it's the most conducive for your health. So have aromasin on hand if you need it, but don't start it until you need it. Get your estrogen checked 2 to 3 weeks into the cycle, see where it's at, and if it's in a good range, then keep it there. If it's not, add the aromasin in as needed. Get a coach, hire a coach. DM me on Instagram if you need a coach. If you want specifics on dosage of the test, dosage of the aromasin, etc., to not be a bloated motherfucker, but that's the general gist. That was a short little Q&A. I just wanted to get something out to you guys because I have not uploaded in forever. I wanted to kind of explain what has been going on, why I haven't really been uploading, and I'm gonna be back. Dave is coming into town Friday, so we are gonna film some sort of video, and I'm really, really hyped for that. It should be a lot of fun. For him being in town, we'll film a fun video for you guys. That'll be my first vlog that will go up next week at some point, probably later in the week, because we'll probably film like Monday or Tuesday, and I'll edit it and then get it out. So yeah, next vlog will be with Dave. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see certain videos from me or certain topics, or you guys want to see me even just do topic videos, like an entire topic, a long video on a topic, then let me know down below and I'll see what I can do. See if I can make it happen. But I'm back, motherfuckers. So get ready to keep watching my shit again. Yeah.